Hey, folks. Today, I'm joined by my good friend Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews. Hello, Kyle.
Go ahead, Keith. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Yeah. We literally just saw each other yesterday for the whole weekend, and now we made a little stop at Treehouse, and we are doing a little side by side today, which is very exciting. We've got Julius, and we've got Dry Julius, or January Julius. Sorry. So Julius, the beer you all know and love. There are tasting notes and stuff, and most people know what Julius is. So for right now, I'm just gonna say it's an IPA, and it's 6.8% alcohol by volume, and it was canned on 2/7. If you want to know. And then the January Julius it says an American ale. It is 2.5% alcohol by volume. And this was canned on January 17th. So this is 2 months old. Interesting.
1 month. Just one bud.
Oh, duh.
Sorry.
January was so long and February was so short. It's like,
it feels like 6 months ago. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it's 1 month old.
Yeah, it's 1 month old.
Yeah, sorry. It's all good.
Sorry.
Now you won't get a bunch of comments asking, "What are you talking about? What did you mean? That math isn't mathing."
I need those comments.
Oh, sorry. Still comments.
I did it on purpose. So yeah, I guess we can start pouring these.
Yeah. Which one are you gonna pour first?
I was gonna do January Julius first.
Perfect. I want to be the same as you.
All right. Yeah. It's a similar color.
Yeah.
Were you going to say something?
Well, I was going to reveal which one's which in the glass, but I didn't know if you wanted that.
Oh, okay.
Divulge yet.
I don't care.
Oh. So yeah, I do agree. They're very similar colors. This one's the Julius. This one's the January Julius. It's a little thinner in like approaching milkiness. Like if Julius is approaching a milky kind of not color but attribute, the January one is a little lighter. But yeah, they really nailed the color.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to say. The Julius is a little bit darker, but it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, they're really close. Everyone can see that. Yeah.
Well, on yours on camera, they look almost identical.
Yeah. And then I hold it to a light, and it's still a very similar color, but noticeably thicker for the Julius. Yeah. Which then makes it a little darker. Sorry. Yes, because it's
Sorry. Yeah, the heads are different too, which I guess the alcohol plays a little bit into that, but the January Julius is definitely like more, I don't know, kind of like soap sudsy bubble bath kind of head, and then the Julius a little more foamy, a little more creamy.
100%. They both left some lacing on my glass. I tried to get that going.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they look good.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with the January Julius?
I think that's the one to do, right? First.
Yeah, I think so. You can keep smelling it.
Okay, you gonna start talking or?
It smells like Julius.
Yeah, like very fruity. I don't know if these beers have Citra, but I definitely get peach and mango that I usually get from Citra. Fruity Pebbles a little bit.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, plus citrus.
Yeah. I didn't want to take all of the notes, yes, but yeah. I like the smell. It doesn't seem to be sacrificing much in the aroma for the lower ABV.
Yeah. There is something about it that does give me like it's not a, or I'll say it's not as big of a beer as Julius. There's like, it's not as like full or maybe like I'm not sure what the word I want to use is, but it's whatever. All right, you want to get a nose on the Julius?
For sure.
Yeah, there's a little more like creamsicle in that kind of thing.
Yeah, I get more, definitely creamsicle, more orange. Still get like the peach and stuff. I get more orange in the Julius, and maybe going from the January one, I feel like I can smell a little bit of alcohol actually.
That was the first thing I noticed.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it was going from this one because they smell very similar. So
yeah.
I think going from the one with less alcohol to the one with more alcohol, since the senses are already used to the aroma, it's easier to pick out the alcohol.
Yeah, it's a trip. Like I don't. I'm sure it's happened before. I don't remember last time I smelled a hazy IPA or double IPA even, and I was like, oh, I smell alcohol. Triple IPA sometimes, but
yeah.
So that's really neat. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. A little dankness that I didn't get in the January one. They're very similar though. Yeah, the intensities, the thing switched a little bit, but not too many different things except the alcohol and get a little bit of dank. I'm going back to the January one just to see if I can get dank now.
Going back to this one, now this one smells like so bright. It smells
the January one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's really. I just kind of figured like this will be fun, but it's just going to be a lot of. It's a lighter version of Julius, like whatever the note was, but lighter than the aroma is. This is really cool aroma wise.
Like going from Julius back to January Julius, I get like it's like the aroma is brighter and it kind of reminds me of like key lime pie. There's like a
Interesting.
I think it's because the citrus note isn't as, I'll just use full again. Mm-hmm. It's not as full, so it's given more of a brighter citrus thing.
Yeah.
At least. Because definitely when I first smelled this, it was orange plus the other things. But yeah, this is super interesting.
Like it's not overly zesty, but I get a little bit of zest. January, like you're saying, that brightness, and then exactly like you said in the Julius, so it's like more confectionery, creamsicle orange with like a little bit of real orange too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's why they call it Julius, King Julius, or Orange Julius. It's that thing. But
yeah,
all right, taste.
Let's do it.
And you're tasting the January 1st. We're keeping the order, right?
Yep.
Gotta do it.
Cheers.
Clink. Your channel.
Looked like you wanted to say something.
Well, I have thoughts, obviously. We're both beer tubers, but it's your channel. You go first this time. How about?
Yeah. What did I say? This one's a month old?
That's the one. Yeah, it was a month old. Month and a day if we want to get super technical.
I don't know if it's because it's lower ABV and it didn't age as well, but I'm getting some malt.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I get of the fruity things from the aroma. Peach for me was the most in the aroma, and I get most in the taste. That bright, it's not zesty, but like zesty-ishness of orange. Definitely agree on the malt. It doesn't quite drink like an NA IPA, but it doesn't drink like a pale ale or an IPA either. This wouldn't trick me into thinking this is an IPA. And they're not, I mean, it'd be hard to do that. But
yeah. And it's weird because like I thought I'm not getting that much of I thought it was going to be a lot more hoppy. I thought the intenseness of the hops and the flavors they carry were going to be a bit more intense based on the aroma.
yes.
Obviously not like Julius, but more than it is. So I don't know if it just because the ABV or just an IPA or whatever in general, and it's a month old. I don't know, but it tastes good.
I like it, yeah, and I don't know if a month has upped that maltiness or if that's a thing that it carried fresh. I haven't read this out of the can. I mean, I don't know how much a beer like this are going to focus on the maltiness of it in their description, but yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say is I think we have similar takes. So
yeah, because you mentioned the thing about the NA, and I know NA beers you get a lot of malt sweetness in those, and and kind of just reiterating what you said, it is kind of like that, but it's not exactly like that, or it's not as like malt sweetness, or I don't know, however I want to say it, whatever.
Yeah, you taste maltiness. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not just sweetness that the malts bring sugars to ferment. Like there's malty, like a maltness. Yeah. Right. Should we switch over to the Julius or yeah? All right. Cheers again.
Cheers.
Clink. So definitely has, I mean, the obvious stuff. It's fuller, creamier mouthfeel and all that. I do get more orange in the taste. It's different. All right. I have more thoughts, but I'll stop there so you can start giving some thoughts.
I don't know if it's carrying over from the January Julius or if trying or drinking this one first is like accentuating it in the Julius, but I'm getting a bit more malt character than I think I usually do from Julius. It's been a little bit since I've had Julius, but
there might be a hair more. Yeah, and I haven't had Julius in a bit either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering, the aftertaste I'm having is really reminding me of the aftertaste I had with the January one. So I don't know if that's because they're similar or because it's still carryover. You were smart. You brought water. I didn't bring any water up to even try to.
It didn't do much.
Oh, okay.
I'm still getting kind of the same thing. So so I don't know if that dryness is just this and it's just hanging around,
Yeah.
or or if it's a little bit of both, or if like the regular Julius is adding a little bit to this to make it seem like it's carrying through or something. I don't know.
I get like the aroma, like a little bit of alcohol taste, but I don't think that's the Julius itself. I think it is doing it this way is just, yeah, I think you're 100% right. Like it's acclimating. Is that the right word? Or am I probably mispronouncing it?
Acclimated.
Acclimated. Thank you. My palate is getting acclimated, perhaps, to when we're drinking first or smelling first, and then the alcohol is standing out. Where I don't think if I was just had just opened the can of Julius and was drinking, I'd be thinking alcohol taste or smell at all.
Right.
And it doesn't take me out of the sip either. It's not so dominant, like, oh my God, like put a shot of Everclear in this. This is awful. Yeah, it's not that at all either.
Yeah, I mean it's good. So it is and it does seem like, I don't know, maybe they literally just took the Julius recipe, put it in some software, told it to make it 2.5%, and then did that. Because like I said, I was kind of expecting a little bit more like hop, like intenseness from the hops in the lower ABV one, but
Yeah.
but that just might be like my expectation of lower ABV like IPAs, and how like breweries will just like hop the shit out of them to make them like,
Yeah. I mean, the aroma, I mean, they definitely nailed the aromatic
Yeah.
stage of the brewing process because it was, but then I think also to your point, it had that aroma. So then when you taste it, it's like, oh, it's not quite that or there, but I do
But
like the sip. Like it's not a bad sip.
yeah, but it is like, it almost tastes exactly like like it almost tastes like they just took Julius and like watered it down to.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like you were kind of saying about the like figure it out machine. Like maybe I'm not saying they did this. Start with Julius, and then have this machine program to turn it into, like, you brewed a batch, turn it into an NA Julius, and then they got like halfway, and they're like, all right, close enough. It's middle of January. We got to release this thing sometime this month because of the name, you know. And again, they didn't do that, but yeah, it's very Julius-y, and I imagine the hop, or I assume it's actually multiple hops varieties, but I'm assuming similar or the same hops. Any other thoughts before we read the can or cans?
No, I was just gonna read the can.
Okay, so you're reading the January one, right?
Yeah, they should have called it dry Julius. Like it kind of like,
But maybe that would have made people think it was NA. I don't know.
maybe
Just a guy.
January Julius. January Julius is just like a little harder to say, I guess. Anyway, January Julius is an innovative American ale brewed with literal buckets of juicy hand-selected American hops. It pours a light yellow color in the glass with an appealing head and carries notes of ripe mango, mixed tropical fruit, and vibrant citrus. I think we said all those things. Well, I know you said mango, right?
I think because with Citra, I always seem to get orange, mango, and peach. So if I didn't say mango, I did mean that.
It's I'm pretty sure you said it. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
It's delightful, and there's nothing else like it. At just 2.5% alcohol by volume, it strikes the perfect balance between body, flavor, and drinkability. This is a beer that enables you to hold strong on those New Year's resolutions. Enjoy. So yeah, that's it's not the exact opposite of what it's like sometimes when I read a can.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Were you gonna read the Julius one too?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Or do you want to read it?
No,
It's hard to read.
the way the lighting is, it's all my lighting's front, forward, so it's really hard to read.
We are excited that you are holding Treehouse Brewing Company's flagship American IPA, Julius. Julius is a bright tropical beer filled with notes of peach, mango, passion fruit, and a melange? Yeah, I think that's
so.
right. Of citrus. It is gentle on the palate while still incredibly hop saturated. It is the result of our uncompromising dedication to fresh, progressive, delightful beer. We hope you enjoy it with laughter, good cheer, and in the company of those you love. I mean, yeah, it's Julius.
I think
And
actually, I'm enjoying this in the company of someone I love.
Oh, well,
womp womp. No, yeah, sorry. To be serious, yeah, I mean was it passion fruit? Other than passion fruit, I'm right there. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times, like unless it's like coconut, pineapple, sometimes I get kiwi in beers. And like there's maybe like one or two other things that I get specifically. Like unless there's like passion fruit in it, I don't really get passion fruit as like like I'll just say tropical because like whatever. And then sometimes I'll read the thing and it says passion fruit. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess. But yeah.
I'm the same way. Yeah, if it doesn't have passion fruit added, I very rarely think to myself that has some passion fruit similarities. Yeah. Should we do the other thing or?
I do. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I mean, I feel like we need to, right?
Yeah, I think we do.
All right. You ready for takeoff?
Yeah, hold on. I think I got to add a little more Julius to mine. And then I think that's...
I'm pretty...
I just put some more in my glasses, so... Because I was not thinking about that. So
we don't have to. No peer pressure.
Okay. All right. One more cheers.
Clink. So stupid. Are we going to talk about like the look and everything? Go through it?
Yeah. Yeah. We probably should.
It's like, you added a little milkiness to the dry, you got me calling it dry Julius. To the January
It's a way better name. It's a way better name.
I'll get my people on it at Treehouse.
Yeah, it basically looks like a lighter version of Julius.
Yeah. For sure.
And the head is kind of, it's a little, it's kind of like in between. It's a little more like foamy, creamy.
But it's still some of that soapiness.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Man.
Now let's try it.
Okay.
Oh, over here. Ooh. Cheers.
Cheers. Do you want to go first?
No, you can go first.
I'm not going to say this is the best version, but I like it. And I get more peach, which I like peaches. So like that was pretty cool that I was getting a good amount in the January. So I like that I'm still getting a lot of peach. It's got that bitterness. It cuts down on the malt a little bit, blending the two, like just the malt thing. Still there, cuts down though. All right, I got it started. You pick it up.
Yeah, it is a little dry. I don't know if both of them are dry. Like, maybe the January Julius is dry because of the more of the malt character that you can taste, and then Julius is a little more dry because of the alcohol, and then combining those two together is like, at least for me, making it quite dry.
I had a couple very fresh treehouse beers. Must have been December, and yeah, because one was Gift of Hops, which was like a Christmassy kind of release, and it was definitely. Actually, we talked about this off camera over the weekend when you were here. How sometimes breweries release beers like this immediately, and maybe
Oh yeah.
like a couple of weeks wouldn't be bad to let it sit. And I get almost a little vegetal in the Julius, like hop particulate,
Mhm.
not quite hop burn, but like, all right, it's what's it, about 11 days old. Yeah, I think it's 11 days
Yeah.
old at time review. So I wonder if it was more of that super fresh, and now we're kind of getting that 2-ish week spot where it drops down and wouldn't be so much. But I think, sorry, to connect it to what you were saying, I think that aspect can also dry it out because it's hop particulate, it's plant material
Right.
particulate taste, so it's not sweet. So I think that could be another
Yeah.
contributing factor. Is my long way of saying something that didn't need to be that long way to say.
Yeah. But yeah, I think ultimately this is good, but I think I enjoyed each one separately
For sure.
more
I agree.
than this.
I'm not mad we cuvee them, but yeah, I agree that
Okay.
they're better separate. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, for anyone still watching, it's been a while since I've done a review this long. But there's no one I'd rather do it with than you, Kyle. Everybody watching, I know you already are subscribed to No Hate Beer Reviews, but go make some fake accounts and give him some more subscribers. And then yeah, I'm not gonna have Instagram soon, so or I may not have Instagram by the time I post this. So just subscribe to the channel and such. And thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Are we doing it?
We don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to do it that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.